And maybe to highlight, an incident where persons may have thought that the service may not have done justice, so to speak. So one such event that I can recall that persons in the ear talking about is a house fire that took place in Laguit. This was on Friday the 13th, October 2023, and the call took place about 2100 hours, 08. In local time, it's just after 9, 8 minutes past 9. Now, the fire services, they wasted no time in responding to that call, because it was just about a minute after that they left the station. This was indeed the supervisor who was on shift on that particular night. The fire services, we have a response time. Whenever a call comes in, we have 3 minutes to get ready. Meaning, from the moment the bell goes down, it's to grab our gears, get to the appliance, have that appliance roll out of the station. No matter what we are doing in the station, everything ceases. So if someone is in the shower taking a bath and that alarm goes down, your shower ceases. You have to get out of that bath and get dressed onto the appliance. So it was roughly about a minute that the officers then were out. Now, the well, maybe I could turn over some of that aspect to the supervisor, seeing that he was the person on scene. I ended up arriving on scene, but I was, when they were already at the fire, etc., etc. So, Mr. Hodge.
All right. So, as Mr. Martin would have said, I was the supervisor working on the night of that fire in Lagweed, and according to our diary, which is the official record, the call came in at 21:08, and I left with my crew at 21:09, which was an excellent response. Given the information, as soon as the bell went down, we were told, hey, somebody called said there's a house fire in Lagweed. So the crew hustled and we left the yard. And we went to the scene, persons got instructions and look at the bait set, the air tank, and so forth. And yeah, we had a very, very good response. However, we arrived at the scene, wasted no time, went straight into action, as we call it, where we laid out the hose and started our duty of fire suppression. Challenges at the initial stage of the fire were few. One, there was an issue of electricity being in the building still. So it didn't deter the suppression because we went into action still. However, what the unit did was use a pike pole, and we just burst the live wire from the building, left it hanging. So persons that were part of the crew would have known, well, the wire is live, so we wasn't operating in that specific area, but we continued our duty of fire suppression. One of the other challenges that we faced was that of the water supply. At the time, well, we know there is a general issue where at a time in the night the water goes off. In certain area, Lagweed was one of them. However, at the time there was still water in the line. It was very low, but we had an issue where the device we had could not connect to that specific hydrant. That was being looked at into to get that rectified. But I must say that The appliance we went with, it carries 750 gallons of water. It was filled at the time, and it did a really good job in our initial fire suppression. And the airport crew was called out, and that crew came down led by Mr. Travis Carty. They had a great response time, and they were on the scene to supply us within 3 to 5 minutes of the time our water had finished.
Okay.
So we were out of water, yes, but for a very short while, and we went ahead and we did what we had to do in terms of fire suppression.
Okay.